Hello and welcome to UC Today. My name's David Dungay. We are here reporting live from InfoComm. I'm with Dave Michels of TalkingPointz. Welcome to the show, Dave. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It's great to be back at a live event.
What is UC Today doing at InfoComm?
That's a great question. We are seeing the AV and UC spaces colliding together like more than ever before. I mean, what are you seeing from that side?
Everything's sliding together. I was earlier this week. I was at the Variant event. UC Today was there as well. Well, I guess that was CX Today. But UC Today was there. I'll get this right eventually. But absolutely, everything is converging. We're seeing UC, UC has already converged with meetings and messaging. But now video, of course, is going on to much bigger arena in a place like this, and then we've got contact center, we've got CPaaS, the carriers are moving in, the mobile providers are moving in. It's all one communications party.
Yeah, one big love fest of AV and UC together with everything. It's great.
I'm going to be seeing UC Today all over the place. I mean, it's.
I'm sure you will, Dave. So, Dave, one of those things you mentioned video there. Obviously, you can't go anywhere in that hall over there without coming across a video bar. What are you seeing from the video bar space? Is that an exciting hot space for you as well?
It's amazing how far it's come and how quickly. I think it was Logitech that had the first Logitech, not Logi. Logitech had the first one, the meetup. It must have been 5-6 years ago. I don't remember. That grew into the Android-powered solutions. I think it was Poly introduced that right before the pandemic. You walk around here, every booth has at least 6 of them. They're all over the place, and they're getting really powerful. Some of them have operating systems like Android. Some of them have built-in processors that can do the auto framing and auto zooming. They've got incredible microphones. So they are indeed the standard. It's amazing how many there are in here and how good they are and how affordable they are. It's a great success story.
Yeah, I mean, are there too many video bars? I'm looking around the room, and you mentioned Logitech there, and
no, it's Logi. Now it's Logi. They introduced it as Logitech. Yeah.
Now it's Logi, but there's the differentiation between these products is minute, right? And you mentioned Logi there, and one of theirs is obviously they've got a great story around the sustainability side of their products at the moment, which is getting a bit of traction, especially in EMEA. What are you seeing from the differentiation side of these video bars?
Well, that's a really interesting question, and the problem is everything is moving, and so the question is which ones are going to keep up with the movements and end up where people want to be. One of the things that changed over the pandemic is interoperability. You look at a company like Cisco, for example. Pre-pandemic, they were interoperable with nobody. I mean, it was like nobody. During the pandemic, they embraced, I think the first one was Zoom, then they added Google Meet, then they added Teams more recently. They're Amazon Chime. I mean, it's like they're the masters of interoperability all of a sudden. Where'd it come from? Same on Microsoft's side. Microsoft's embracing all these companies. So all these different collaboration bars. Now the new thing, of course, is the multi-camera solutions that are just emerging. In fact, we saw Neat here. They've been talking about their solution for a while. They're actually showing it here. Logi is showing their site solution here. I didn't see if Zoom is showing their multi-camera solution yet, but Cisco's announced theirs. What do they call it? Cine something with a C, not an S. But cinematic experiences. But the multi-camera solution is going to be really interesting because that's the question: is that going to be interoperable now? So that's what I mean. Everything's kind of shifting. So who's going to keep up?
Yeah, I mean, that also plays into the meeting experience side of things. We're seeing a lot about that here as well. What excites you about these new enhanced meeting experiences we're now seeing come through now?
The meeting experience is becoming much more natural. And I remember my first employer that had a video conferencing room. It was right on top of the stairs. Walked by it all the time. The doors were locked. You had to have a note from a VP to get access to the room. And if you did have access to the room, you had to have IT on standby, ready to go. And there were these giant keyboards in there, the most intimidating things you've ever seen about how to work the camera and how to work everything. I was like, wow, I don't know. So very intimidating. Bad enough having a camera pointed at you all the time, but you just kind of feel like I don't know if I'm worthy. Are we worthy for this meeting? Is my topic worthy for this meeting? It was, of course, very expensive too to run the circuits and everything. So it's become much more accessible, and now it's becoming so intuitive. These multi-camera solutions we were just talking about, completely passive. Companies like Crestron and Zoom and Cisco, they're all putting the cameras around the room. You don't even see the cameras. They're kind of in the background, zooming in on the active speaker. The center of table experience, they're actually in the middle of the room, but they're pretty inconspicuous. I think very non-intimidating, intuitive meetings. I think that's the trend.
Yeah, and so it's, of course, driving that engagement in those meetings as well, which is great to see. We've all went through that pandemic phase where you might be on a meeting, but then Teams might be pinging in the background. You might be sending an email at the same time. Yeah. Now these experiences, they're keeping you in the room, keeping your attention, and keeping those meetings active and alive and engaging, right?
And you're talking about from a video perspective, but also the audio has just gotten so much better. I had a job. Let's see, this was in the 90s. We had one remote employee, Stigma. One remote employee, and he dialed in. We had him on a speakerphone in the center of the table. It wasn't even a saucer. He probably missed half the content, never saw anything on the boards. It was a very bad experience for the remote employee. Now we kept him anyway, but we should have fired him. But really, now the remote experience is becoming much more seamless. Everybody feels more, I don't know, equitable is the word.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, thank you so much for talking to us. It's always a pleasure. Enjoy the rest of InfoComm.
Until next week, probably. All right. Thanks.
And thank you for watching. You've been watching me, David Dungay, on UC Today.